Welcome back to my channel. If this is the first video you're watching, my name is Emily and I'm currently 19 months into my fertility journey. Today we have a special visitor, my cat. He wants to be right wherever I am, so today's video is a little bit fun. I don't have too much to update on the fertility journey. We are kind of in the waiting process for me to have my hysteroscopy, which should be on March 19th, which is about 2 weeks away at this point, unless something goes wrong. It's been a whole battle with insurance and you know how those things go, but I think I'm all approved and everything's a go now. Last I heard, it should be going, so that's where we're at. I'll definitely bring you guys along for that process. In the meantime, they actually have me on the birth control pill, so Tim and I are not trying currently at all until after I will have this procedure, and I'll need about a cycle to recover, and then we will go full force back into trying. For today's video, I have a little list here, so sorry if I look down at it. I made a list of 21 things I can do in 2021 besides having a baby. If you are currently going through this TTC journey, my heart goes out to you. And I know for me at least, and I'm sure for all of us, it kind of feels like your life is just in a standstill and you're just in this time of waiting and waiting and waiting. I made a list of things that I can do in this year besides having a baby, which is obviously the ultimate goal, and kind of keep me busy in the meantime and I can reach some goals. This year is especially hard to be trying to conceive because you can't even do anything to distract yourself. I would try to like do traveling and things like that, and I think I have that on the list, but obviously that's all dependent on what the world looks like by the end of this year. All right, so I'll just jump in. So they are just in a random order and probably not necessarily things that I would get done. I'm definitely not gonna get all these things done this year, but just kind of like a bucket list, things that I wanted to do that maybe I'll do before I get pregnant. Number one is to get more physically fit or in shape. I have made strides towards that so far in 2021, but it's definitely something that like weighs on my heart. Like, don't slack, because you want to be able to have a natural birth and you need to get your core strong to push out a baby. Every morning I'm like, all right, gotta get up and do it. Even though it's really tough for me. I know some people love exercise, but I personally hate it. I've always hated it. I hate being out of breath. I hate being sweaty. I hate kind of every part of exercising, but I think it does feel kind of good after you do it. I never regret doing it. That's what I'll say. Number two is try a new hobby. So obviously I'm trying to try out YouTube. Number three, I have get a tattoo. I don't have any tattoos. I always wanted just like one little cute, like little dainty tattoo, but also I know that my family will probably be really mad, so that kind of stopped me from doing it. So maybe this year though, maybe I'll be a little rebel, who knows. Four, I have get into a great place in marriage. If you're trying to conceive, you're about to have a huge shift in your marriage and you want to make sure that you're at a really good place because of everything. We're just really spending time together, so we have really been strengthened in our relationship by just spending more time together and getting to know each other on a different level, and so that's been really great. And I think we are fully ready to add a baby to the mix, so whenever that happens, that's good. But you can always get closer to your significant other and you can always work on your relationship. There's always room to improve. Number five is have date nights. Originally I wrote go on date nights, but that's not something really possible right now. You can definitely have date nights in your own home. This weekend we had a little game night together and we played Codenames duet, so just the two of us. And we started watching Ginny and Georgia on Netflix and we just kind of hung out together and that was really fun. Number six is travel. I know that travel is not 100% possible right now. It's not really happening, but I do have 2 trips planned. So one of my best friends is having her bachelorette party, and I'll be doing a little bit of traveling but within kind of our local area for that. And then my bestie girl Kelly is getting married in Disney, so that will be at the very end of this year that I will be traveling to Florida. So I have 2 plans to leave my little bubble within this year so far, and hopefully if everything gets better like they're saying it's going to with COVID, then I will be able to visit my family in Sweden because I miss them so much. Number 7 is celebrate friends' accomplishments. So I do have my best friend getting married at the end of this year, like I said, and then another one of my best friends is getting married at the very start of 2022. So I'm so ready to celebrate them. And they're, you know, moving forward in their lives, and that's just like so exciting. And both of the girls, I'm in both of their weddings and both of them were in mine, so it's so fun that they were able to be there for me, and then I'm gonna be able to return the favor now. So I'm really excited about that. If you're trying to conceive, I know it can be so hard when people start having really exciting and good things happening to them. For me, at this point in my fertility journey, I still get really excited for everybody that I see that's pregnant, even though I wish obviously it was happening for me right now. I'm still really happy and excited for them. But if you're further along in your pregnancy journey, or you have a different story and you're feeling resentful towards people, that's totally valid too, and know that it will happen for you, and good things happening to other people doesn't take away anything from you. Number 8, I have girls' nights and girls' weekends. For now, like doing like Zoom meetings with my girlfriends and stuff like that, because once you have a baby, obviously your like relationship changes. You have to really focus on your own little family. I want to, you know, get as much quality time with, of course, my husband, but also my girlfriends in this time leading up to me getting pregnant and then having a baby added to the family. Number 9 is declutter. I love decluttering, and obviously having a baby comes with a lot of stuff. So when you get, like, you're gonna have to get rid of things to make space for all the things for a baby. So might as well start now when you have plenty of time and you're not like under the stress and maybe not feeling well because you're pregnant or whatever. You might as well just start doing those things now. So yeah, that is a big goal for 2021. I want to go through everything. I want to just get rid of everything, just throw away all of it. If you haven't read The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, I highly suggest it. Number 10 is save money. So that is like a huge also goal of this year for my husband and I, is to save money in 2021. So we have done a really good job of like limiting how much we're spending. We looked at how much we spend, and we pretty much, most of our money was spent on food. So we're like definitely ordering in less and cooking at home more. And yeah, it's actually really helped with like the whole like getting healthy goal as well. So far I've lost 8.5 pounds since the beginning of the year, and that I really can attribute it to me not ordering in as much. Like, we pretty much limit ourselves to 1 day a week now to order in. And I think that that is way better, because obviously when you're cooking at home, you're using less, you know, oil, salt, all these things that they're probably using. And that actually flows perfectly into my next goal, number 11, which is to learn how to cook more meals, because soon you'll be like having another mouth to feed, and you don't want to have to cook the same like 5 things over and over again, which Tim and I definitely, like, we get into a rut. I'm sure well, no, probably not everybody has that problem, but I think a lot of people have that problem. So we've tried like every week we probably try to do one new recipe and something a little bit more challenging. Usually my husband does take the lead on that because he's just a better chef than I am. But we've really been liking it. We haven't had anything we didn't like yet. So it's been pretty fun to like scroll on Pinterest and pick out what new recipe we're gonna try for the week and just diversify what we're making. And then those new meals can get added to the rotation so we can have a mix of different things. Number 12 is do home projects. So far this year we painted our downstairs, which I love. Our downstairs, so our living room and dining room area, used to be gray. The color of it was fine, I liked it, but I didn't realize when we painted, because we painted before we moved into the house, that side of the house gets literally no natural light. So like right now, the front of our house is covered in snow because it never gets any sun to warm it up. The back of our house, no, barely any snow. It's just kind of like that, right? So our house is all gray at the bottom, and with the gray walls and the no natural light, everything just seemed kind of dreary to me, and it was just something that was just bothering me. It's white now. It's a perfect neutral white. It's Benjamin Moore Chantilly lace. It is the most beautiful white. Like, I'm just obsessed every time I go in there. So this room obviously is pink. We painted it pink when we moved in because pink, well, I love pink, and also everything from my childhood bedroom went into this guest room. So everything was already pink, so we just kind of matched it. But this room will become our nursery, God willing. And so we probably want to do something a little bit more gender neutral in here, and I figure at least the paint we could do. Even as it stands as a guest room, it's probably better if it's gender neutral. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it's fine if it's gender neutral. So I'm thinking about what colors to do in here. I picked out 2 colors and now I don't like either of them. So I don't know. I'm so obsessed with the Chantilly lace that I'm thinking about maybe doing white. But let me know if you have any thoughts or ideas about a gender neutral, just very neutral color that I could do for our guest room to someday be a nursery. Number 13 is read books. That's on my New Year's resolutions literally every year. But I've been trying to read some fun books and some books that are meant to like give advice for trying to conceive. So I have a bunch of books, but you know, a lot of times when I'm just trying to focus on reading, my mind gets all distracted and stuff. But it's definitely on my goals list to work on reading some books for this year in 2021. Number 14 is spoil your pets. If you're trying to conceive and you have pets, you probably feel like they give you a little bit of purpose. I mean, I certainly do. My 2 cats have become my surrogate babies and also my husband. I definitely do a lot of caretaking and spoiling of my cats and my husband because I don't have a baby to spoil yet. So yeah, am I talking about you? So last year, I actually threw a whole big birthday party for my cat. I don't know, I wasn't working at the time, I was furloughed because of COVID, right? So I don't know if I can possibly do that this year. His birthday is April 1st, this one. And then we have another cat whose birthday is June 1st. He's downstairs, I think. Maybe he'll come join us later. But yeah, I definitely will spoil them. I already have some things for their Easter baskets and some things for my husband's Easter basket. And I hope to continue this tradition, but I know that once I become a mom, it might die off. I tell my husband all the time, I'm like, I'm doing this for you now, but once we have a baby, no more. Number 15 is start family traditions. So you and your husband or your partner, boyfriend, whatever, when you're trying to conceive, you guys are a family, even if there's only just the 2 of you. And I kind of came to that realization this year after trying to conceive for like a year and a half, around Christmas time. We still didn't have a baby and I wasn't pregnant, but I decided I wanted to start trying to do the things that I want to do like when we have kids. So I made a special Christmas breakfast that will be like our tradition that I make for Christmas breakfast. That had like, it was like a pancakes with a Santa face on it. And I'm just hoping to try to start like traditions now, and then we can just easily incorporate them when we have kids. Number 16 is grow in faith. That is something that I'm definitely trying to work on this year. So I'm trying to find a church up here, and I did some research and I think I found a really good fit for me, but then COVID happened and I'm not trying to expose myself right now with seeing that many people. So right now my prayer has mostly been through listening to worship podcasts and just praying by myself. Number 17, I have start journaling. As I do start a family and I look back on this time, I will be interested to see like how I was feeling in these moments, which is kind of nice that I have started doing these videos and that I've been posting on Instagram and being very candid there as well. But yeah, so I will also start potentially keeping a journal. I really wanted to do it, but I'm so bad at doing it. You know how it is, right? Number 18 kind of goes with everything else that I was saying. Optimize your health. You want to make sure you're on good supplements if you need to be. I tested low for vitamin D. I don't know if I said that in another video, but so definitely trying to bring that up because low vitamin D could lead to birth defects. Just keep trying, striving for the most optimal health while you're in this time waiting, because you might as well do that while you wait. So then when you do get pregnant, you can have your best chance at having a healthy pregnancy and an easier birth. Number 19 is kind of silly, but I put go blonde. I have some highlights right now which are from last summer because I've been scared to go to the salon. I'm telling you, when I get that second vaccine, the next day I'm going back to the salon. But yeah, I have wanted to go blonde since like college, and I'm always like just too scared to do it. But I think right now, like, how good it would feel to have something exciting and something be like an exciting change in my life. There's no words. So I think that that might be really fun. And definitely, I think I'm gonna do it. Just if I'm not pregnant by the time that I get my vaccines and quarantine lets up. Number 20 is give to others. If you are unhappy because of circumstances outside of your control, like everybody who's trying to conceive, then some of the best things that you could do is really, instead of focusing inwards on all of the things that you want and all the things that are going wrong in your life, that you kind of put it out there. Try to be like the best friend that you can be the best wife that you could be the best member of society that you can be, and then you find that that ends up making you happier to be able to do things for others. Last but not least, number 21 is to find gratitude for where you are in life. I know that that's hard to do. For right now, I have a home that I love. I have a husband who is the best husband in the world. Are you seeing? Don't forget to mention me. Don't forget to mention me. I have 2 beautiful cats. I have a job that I'm absolutely obsessed with and that is so supportive of me getting pregnant. I'm really a brat for complaining, right? but I am trying to find peace and gratefulness for where I am right now, because this is such a sweet time in our life to be married and just have the 2 of us and our little tiny family right now. And of course I'm praying and praying and praying that I will be able to conceive and be able to have a baby, but for right now there's nothing I can do, really, you know. So I might as well try to be grateful for all the things that I do have, and I am. So those are my 21 things that I am trying to do, already put in action, and planning to do this year. Let me know what your big goals are for 2021. Anything you're working on right now. Where are you in your New Year's resolutions if you make them? And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!